And we are live. You can catch us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We're in downtown Riverside right now. But we'll be right back with you, Howlers. We'll be right back. How's over Baaz? I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Jessica Q.
And I'm Rico Savage.
And today this episode is called Whatever Talk. So we're gonna start out with saying we're in downtown Riverside. Why don't you give them a little rundown of the studio?
We are at my office, NV Media Advertising Agency office, where we have a podcast studio. So today we are live in my podcast studio.
What's up, Inland Empire? So we got to do a shout out for that too right now. Yeah. So we're live on What's Up Inland Empire on Instagram right now. So yeah, so we wanted to kind of go over today about the hosts, so you guys get a little bit more info on who we are. I know that you've got a lot of information on the people we bring in. But I know a lot of people want to know who Rico is. Like, who is this dude with the Hoochie Daddy shorts? Who is this guy? You know what I mean? So we want to see what's going on with this guy, because I think you just see him in the clubs and he just disappears after that. I don't know. So let's start out with Rico. Wow. Rico Savage. First of all, why are you a savage, Rico? What's savage about you besides those shorts?
You mean you like them? That's what you mean. No, I mean the word savage is not just like on some like I'm a mean person. It's just like, you know, sometimes you go through things and then it makes you stronger. That's about it. That's the savage. That's the savage part.
Okay,
yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what it comes from. I mean, just not giving a fuck.
Just keep going. Just
not giving a fuck sometimes. Basically, that's what it is.
Sometimes or all the time.
I mean, shit all the time. But I mean, but it's a balance. That's why I remember the thing I have for my clothing line is called Savage Gentleman.
Oh yeah.
So it's a balance. You know what I mean? You have a gentleman and you have a savage. That means time and a place for everything.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do, Rico? We're gonna put you on the spotlight today, man. Hey, people have been wanting to hear. People have been wanting to hear who you are. Like, people have been saying that even on Instagram. Remember when we post up those clips? They're like, "Hey, Rico, we need to hear Rico's story." So what's your story, Rico? Let's start, back in the hard knocks life of little Rico. You know what I mean?
Back in 19, I was like, nah, there's no.
Yeah, what year were you born in? No,
shit.
On the mic, because I can barely hear you.
Can you still hear me now?
Yeah, I think he needs to be turned up for sure.
Before it was good.
It was good.
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
Sorry, technical difficulties, guys. We're just trying to get the mic right.
Testing.
That's better.
Testing,
I would still go higher on him. I feel like we always have
always. Yeah.
There it is.
Here we go.
Okay, Rico. So give us a little background about you, man. Let the people know who you are. Who's this guy in the DNRs that's always bringing these like chicks on the show?
That's not me. Those are all your friends.
Okay.
Why are you blushing?
Who are they? Why don't you tell us a little bit about where you find these people?
What people? Christians? No, the Christians. The church I go to is.
Oh goodness.
We're gonna get into that. That's actually the best thing to get into is the DNR session.
The DNR.
So what? How do you find these people, Rico? Let's just go from there.
It's just meeting them out and about and just building relationships with some of them. Some of them I've known for years. Like, you remember the one that they used to work for you. You remember what's her name?
You end up knowing Liana.
Yeah, since I was like. Shit, I was still in high school, and I was
one of the good ones, you know, of the wholesome people that, you know.
So my boy RJ, Savannah. Hey, Savannah's on right now.
Oh, hey, what's up, Savannah? How you doing?
You want to see what questions? Shit, people are asking questions too.
Oh, let's go. Let's hear some questions.
Savannah said, "What's your next 5-year plan?" 5 years. Hopefully, this
He wants to be selling bricks.
bricks of Howls over Baaz shirts. Yes. In the next 5 years, hopefully the Howls over Baaz platform is at a different level and it's taking care of all of us. And my clothing line, and then what else in the food shit I want to do.
Yeah. What food stuff? Let's hear about this.
I want to hear about your clothing line.
The clothing line?
Yeah.
It's called Savage Gentleman.
Okay.
So it's basically on some.
That's a cool name, actually. I like the name.
So I never liked wearing ties and shit growing up, and then because my dad's a pastor, so when we go to church, you can't wear a t-shirt and jeans, you know what I mean? So, but I always liked fashion, so I wanted to make it where you can wear like shit that you would wear in the streets, you know what I mean, in a place of business, you know what I mean, like so go hand in hand.
So it's kind of like a business casual, I guess.
Yeah,
okay,
type thing, like
that's
you know
cool.
Aldo boots, and you can wear a fedora, and you can still wear a graphic T-shirt and a jean jacket type shit, and you still fit in.
But it looks, it looks good. And then, so when did you start that?
I came up with the name and everything probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I started taking it serious for like 1 year. Plus, like 2 years ago, I started taking it serious, and then fell off of it. You know what I mean?
Oh man, see, that's the thing though. Like, you know, you can have like a great idea, but it's like the consistency, like sticking with it. So are you gonna bring it back?
I'm gonna bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to focus more on that because at the end of the day, it is my passion. I mean, I love doing this, but like my passion, like what you know what I mean, is that and cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You
like
can
with
cook?
a spoon, like with a spoon, like
Top ramen. You know what I mean? That so those two things. I mean, I can see myself doing those for a long term.
Wait, let's talk about this cooking. Yeah.
Don't get all happy. Look at him.
No. You know what? That means he really loves it because as soon as you brought that up.
I mean, because I'm a pleaser. I like making other people happy. So like when you see somebody eat the food that you make, it's a different feeling.
It feels good.
And then too, like when you're in the kitchen, you're not thinking about shit else. You're busy. You know what I mean? Trying to get this, trying to make that. You know what I mean? It takes your mind off a lot of things.
Yeah. Who inspired you to start cooking?
Shit. Living by myself, you know what I mean?
You're like
money, and I like to eat too. So I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's top like 3 dishes that you can make that would like wow.
Katawi wowie somebody.
Yeah, a
Katawi wowie. Like wow.
It's like that, yeah.
It would be like a seafood boil type thing. Cajun pasta. And
so you got that like southern kind of
like you know what I mean,
vibe
Creole type thing.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know a third one. I'm mostly like seafood and like Italian foods.
Could we do an episode where he teaches us how to cook something, and we could do it in my kitchen because I have like all that space.
That would be dope.
That actually would be cool.
So you gotta break your diet.
Yeah, let's do it.
His diet.
It's worth it.
He was just eating candy right now. Call him out.
I was just eating candy. I was eating jelly beans right now.
Let's call him out.
I'll be like, Jacob, hey, you want to try this? He's like, nah, I got my meal prep.
I was doing that.
Doing it. Yeah, it was.
Damn.
She messed me all up. See?
Whatever.
She messed me all up.
How many pounds are you down?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I haven't even checked.
You looking, you know what I mean? You looking. Is that water weight? Water weight?
Don't be hitting on me right now. Don't be hitting me on air right now. You know what I'm saying?
He told me the other day he woke up like at 5 a.m.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she's making me get up, you know?
Making me.
Look at he likes it.
I do.
Look at it. He likes that. Look at it. He's like, okay. I'll cloud you later about that.
Because it's like, people don't like change, right? But when it's a change that's good for you, then it's kind of like something you want to consider and do it, right? Obviously, people come into your life, they can either bring good change or bad change, right? So I think these are like good changes.
It's a good I don't want to do it. That's a good,
And I got to bring good change into Rico's life, you know? Like,
you have. You know what I mean?
What kind of good changes have I made?
You bought me sodas before and stuff like that.
That's not good.
That's not good.
So where do you like? Okay, we brought you into Howls over Baaz.
Yeah.
So like we won't even get into our relationship. So I've always known you through the party scene, and we never really like knew each other though.
Yeah.
But then one time I seen that you were involved with musicians and different artists and rappers and different things like that.
Yeah.
So that's how me and Rico connected.
Yeah.
And I was when I knew we needed to do the DNRs and do all the stuff that we were trying to get into, I said, you know what? Let me hit up Rico. And so I hit you up. You were down to do this. You came in. So what have you seen?
I wasn't actually. Remember?
Huh?
You called me like twice because you remember Frank gave you my number. Mm-hmm. And then it was about some girl that you wanted to
management.
Some girl that wanted to do it.
We had a girl on the show. Okay, so let's back up. We had a singer on the show, and you managed. That's how it started. He was managing a couple rappers.
Lee Santana, follow him.
Yeah, Lee Santana. We had him on the show too. And then I said, you know what? Because she said she was looking for a manager. I said, I know a guy. And then I called you, and that's when we talked about that first, before we even brought you in for the DNRs.
And then I had talked to you about that, and I said I'll get back to you. And then you called me back, and then you asked me about doing it for the podcast. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know what? Let me do something different. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And that's when I started coming in for the podcast. And then I believed in it basically. So that's when it. So
don't you tell people like where you've seen the podcast go from when you started to now? And what you think about it, like why you're still involved in all this stuff, you know?
I mean, from then till now, it's been a 360. Because at first, starting from the quality of the work, how you talk to people, how I'm starting to talk to people now, like it's improved. You know what I mean? And how you get deep. You make people cry sometimes. And it's an awkward moment, but it's real. Like I think that's what makes it. That's what the difference is now from the beginning. At first, you were just asking questions. Now you're asking questions, and it has like depth to it. You know what I mean? And it reaches a certain place, and I think that's why we've gotten the followers that we've gotten.
Hey, you remember the one that was real awkward for you? Tell the audience about this one. I want to hear his version of it.
No, listen. He at the end he always asks the person like what do you without whatever you're doing, who are you, or what's a leader or something like that. And he asked the guy to his wife, he was like what does he mean to you? And then he started talking, and he cut him off. He said, no, wait, look at him in the eyes
and tell him. Don't look at me, look at him.
Don't look at me and tell him. Don't break eye contact. I'm like,
he was all looking down at the table,
and then he started crying. He was an older dude. He started crying. He was buff too because they both did fitness, and he was all buff, and he started crying. And she was talking to him. It was just awkward as hell.
he looked down, but it was so good. Like the clips went crazy.
Yeah.
And it was so good. But I was like, I like awkward shit. Like I think it's funny.
I don't rap. No. She said, just Rico rap or not? No, I don't rap.
He just looks like it. He
I
just
rap
plays
presents.
the part.
I can rap some presents. That's about it.
Yeah, so it was just funny because he was like kicking me and stuff. Like he was basically trying to tell me, "Shut the fuck up," you know what I mean? Like you're killing me. But he had to put his head down. He couldn't even look at the situation happening in front of him.
And he was crying too, so it made it even more awkward. Yeah, and she kept going, and then it was his turn.
Yeah. So basically, I was like, "Okay, why don't we do this?" I said, "Why don't you look at him and tell him what you mean to him?" And then I said the same thing, and they said it like changed the relationship though.
Yeah.
Like they messaged me. They're like, and after I put the clip up. They were all like, what the heck? Like they even tripped out on the clip, and they even said to me, man, that like changed everything for us. Like we never did that before, never even thought of that.
Yeah.
And I was doing it just for simple fact is like this could be kind of cool and awkward at the same time. So let's just get this
both of them.
He's like,
yeah.
No, it was.
And then I did it like 3 more times.
Yeah, and it worked. And like I think out of 3 times, I think all 3 people cried.
Yeah, they were all like, "Whoa!"
All of them cried. Yeah.
I'm surprised you never got me to cry on the show when you interviewed me.
You're pretty tough. You're pretty tough.
I am pretty tough. Though.
She's pretty tough.
You got her with those type of questions, like the family things and everything. Like
we were. Well, hers was different because she was running for mayor.
Oh, okay.
So we were getting more into that, and we were getting into who she was. So it was almost like, to me, it felt more like a kind of like a superhero type of interview. Like they're explaining themselves to you about what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she's running for office. You know what I mean? So I felt like it was more like trying to show how powerful you are, type episode. Yeah. So we got into that, you know what I mean?
It was good.
But we're gonna make you cry today.
Are you? When's the last time you cried, Jacob?
I don't cry, Dad. I don't cry.
When's the last time you cried?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't cry. He always wants me to cry. So does Roddy. I go, dude, I'm not gonna cry. Like it should not happen.
What about you, Miss Wowie?
What?
When's the last time you cried?
Last time I cried? I don't know. I'm not a big crier, but I mean, like, maybe like once a month there's this time. I'm just kidding. That I get extra emotional. No. I don't know. When's the last time I cried?
Dude, she put the car right now.
I'm gonna cry because I haven't cried.
Why do you cry?
Well, they say it's good to cry. Like, literally, like, you should cry because you let out a lot of emotions that are being held in. So it's okay to cry. And even men should cry, too, because it allows you to release, these just feelings. Because they burden you. They hold you down.
If you cry, I'm going to sock you.
Whatever.
Now, see, that's the reason men don't cry.
Yeah. We need to talk about men's mental health.
You get punched if you cry.
You're going to see me go fall off that chair if you cry right now.
Man down.
I'm saying, stop it, Rico.
Was it, wait, hold on. Are you okay?
I'm good.
How are you?
What?
How are you?
I'm good, actually.
Yeah?
Well, here we go.
You need a hug?
I know what's going on.
You need a hug?
I'm good, actually.
All right, just making sure.
Give me a hug later.
Hand hug. Here.
Hand hug.
There you go.
There you go. They hugged each other.
So who you got on there? You got to ask him.
We got Crystal.
What up, Crystal?
Hey, Crystal.
I don't know who this is.
Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Savannah.
Savannah, yeah, Savannah's on there. Savannah's laughing at us.
Savannah's been on a
I don't know
few
who this is. Hella Hardwill. I'm confused. What is this live about? So, I mean, you'll figure it out if you just keep watching.
Go to YouTube. Tell them to go to YouTube.
And then two is just we're just shooting the shit. We're just talking.
Hey, tell everybody go to YouTube. Howls over Baaz YouTube.
You go to YouTube. Howls over Baaz. HOWL over and then Baaz, but 2 A's though. And then Crystal.
We're live on YouTube right now. YouTube, let them know because they can see you.
Crystal, you want to go? Somebody who wants to go live with me on Instagram right now, and you can ask questions live.
Yeah, let's do that.
Savannah, go live with me right now.
Savannah has been on like 5-6 times.
Yeah, she's dope. I remember one time. But Savannah's more like she's strong minded. She's like not like a dude, yeah. She has like a dude mentality. She's like, you know what I mean.
But with the girl in there.
With the girl in there,
sure.
yeah, no, for sure. But like you can't like she's like one of the ones you can't do nothing slick with her. You know what I mean?
No,
it's not gonna happen. She'll punch you in the dick for sure.
Has she punched you?
No, I'm not. 'Cause I'm not a weirdo. That's my friend. It's my bestie.
So we'll start going with Jessica Miss Katawi Wowie over here. So why don't you tell a little bit of the people how we met to start doing this too as well?
Well, we met because I was on your show because I was running for mayor of Riverside, and one of our mutual friends connected us. So he said he could help me out.
Orlando.
Shout
out to Orlando.
Yeah.
And
Electrofest this Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah.
That's his event. I've known him for, 20 years. Back in the day, Club Scribbles, all that.
Oh shit, Club Scribbles?
Yeah,
that's,
you remember
that's
that?
back in the day.
Yeah, that's...
I wasn't even promoting then. Oh, so you used to club?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Of course.
I'm dead. Hold on.
What's up, Savannah? Put her on the mic so you can kind of. Good. How you been? You're back on the show right now. We are live. We should put her voice on the mic though so they can hear.
Hi guys.
What are you doing right now?
Right now I'm with my dad. Actually, he's getting his taxes done, and I'm just chilling.
That's good.
Tell her we're live on everything.
If you
guys have a few more days.
If you have one question to ask Jacob, what would you ask him right now? She's thinking hard.
How did your life change in the last year and a half?
Say that one more time.
In the last year and a half, how drastic would you say that your life has changed?
Really drastically, actually. I went from crazy to calm, like quick.
Oh yeah, I forgot everybody. I want you guys to give it up for my boy. It's been what, 6 months? 5 months?
Yeah, probably about 6 months.
5 months. He hasn't drank alcohol. That's. I mean, nowadays that's fucking big.
Well, I mean, he had one. He did drink.
Well, I mean,
A
but not
beer,
like that.
yeah.
He hasn't.
But he's not
he doesn't
drinking
drink like
like-
he used to.
No, I don't drink. Like I haven't got buzzed or anything.
It's not like a everyday. Savannah, you remember those days?
No, she don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
She was on the episode when I completely was gone.
I'm proud
Oh
of him.
no.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Sure, big Jacob, not little one. Period. Yes, he is. I'm proud of him. I'm proud that he doesn't drink how he used to.
You want to tell the Halloween story?
Nah, I'm good.
No,
They already seen it. But yeah, why don't she say something about House of Baaz? Like, what does she think? What has she seen since we first started? Because she's been like at the very beginning almost. Put her on there though, so they can hear the people.
What have you taken from House of Baaz, and what experiences have you gotten for the episodes that you have been on? And like, what do you see for us in the future, or what do you think we should?
I think that what I've taken from Howls over Baaz is a good thing for me now. Like it's kind of made me grow up in ways that I kind of didn't know I needed to. And it's not to say that I lacked in any sense of maturity, but it's to say that I know I needed to grow in certain places. I think that House Over Baaz has made me, I guess, love my family a lot more, pride myself into my work. And I think that with all the co-hosts, that it's kind of given me the realization that I kind of either to the community and give back more matter the most.
Damn, it's breaking up.
I would honestly say, and it's crazy the amount of things that have progressed in the last year, including Jacob himself and including Howls over Baaz. It's just been the best podcast for me to watch.
Damn.
You
That's
guys
awesome.
bringing on even her, right? So when she was running for mayor, I think I was kind of like, okay, so you're going into stuff, right? And it's making me, I guess, kind of see like how I could give back to my community or what I could kind of do in a sense, because I think of this, like my cousin did pass away from fentanyl.
Oh,
So now my
Sorry.
thing is, how can I, as a person, help those that can't sell, or what is an outlet that I can kind of guide them into? Because it's hard. It's really hard out here just to even authentically be who you need to be without being, oh, well, why is they like this, or why are they like that?
yeah.
I think that I've been really grateful for House Over Baaz, and I will continue to always be grateful, and I will continue to always, even have motivated me in my own life. And I even talked to my dad about this 5-year plan, like, see longevity for you guys, and I see it, and it's there. You guys kind of put back into the community perspective of, if you don't know how to make money, you can learn how to make it a different way. I didn't know about real estate. Now I'm more interested. At my age, I'm like, okay, maybe real estate is something that, start kind of maneuvering in. I think that House Over Baaz and I think it's going to continue like that. And that's all I could see. I mean, you guys have brought on I wouldn't say like interesting in a bad way, but interesting people that have sparked interest in me. And I know in others, but they're just not as vocal as other people would be.
It's inspired you. It's a show that's it's inspirational.
Very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then that's cool. I know you're always watching, and I appreciate that, Savannah. You've been like a diehard since you came on.
I will always continue to watch because I think that I learn every time I watch. I learn something new.
We're gonna have to bring you on again. We're gonna have to get you back on.
I would love to come back on. I was like, oh my God, there's so many questions. How do you help with fentanyl outreach? Like, do you reach, how do you help people that,
I might be able to
sometimes
connect
don't
you
have enough-
to some people. So we'll we'll definitely connect after.
Definitely. And you guys keep doing what you guys are doing, because it's honestly cool. And even my mom, she's like, I want to watch all the podcasts. Like, I'm like, girl, if you only know how to work your phone, then you don't. And I don't know.
Bring them down to the studio bring them down to the studio one Tuesday.
I will, definitely. I'm pretty sure she would love to.
Yeah, for sure. We would love to see them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We got to get you back on and bring you on with Jessica so you guys can, like shoot everything back and forth on the fentanyl one.
Yeah, I might be able to
Definitely. Or just different topics.
Yeah.
Fentanyl would be a great show, actually. I know I interviewed the doctor for the San Bernardino County that works specifically on the issue in San Bernardino County, yeah. And so he'd be great to bring on, and then we could have Savannah come on, and then that way they could connect and potentially do some stuff together.
I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you updated on what on the dates too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let me know. I'm always interested.
For sure. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate the love and then, you know what I mean, and support too.
Yeah, appreciate you, Savannah.
No, thank you guys.
And we'll for sure have you on.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
it's crazy.
nice.
It's crazy when you hear stuff like that. Like, I'm not used to that. That's like, whoa. You know what I mean?
I almost cried, by the way. Well, that's nice to know that you're making a difference, in somebody's life, and that's one person. So imagine how many other people are watching. You guys are inspiring a lot of people.
And she was even saying that other people, that's even hitting other people, and they're just not vocal about it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool, man. I mean, we do have over 350,000 views, so that's cool because, I mean, that means people are watching. Mm-hmm. So, but let's get back. Huh?
No, I was saying.
Let's get back into this because now we can talk about. I want to go over things about you now.
Okay.
So, we talked about a little bit about how we met through Orlando and all that.
Yeah.
And then now she's helping co-host on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like we got. I feel like this is the crew minus Ronnie. Ronnie couldn't be here today, but this is like the crew that we're going to be doing things with Howls over Baaz. Mm-hmm. But why don't you give us a little bit of background? Because we talked about you running for mayor, but a lot of people don't know what you actually do for a living on our show, So why don't you give them a little background about you more?
Okay. Well, I would say I'm an entrepreneur, an innovator, and I love to come up with new ideas, and I definitely love to make money. Who doesn't, right? And so one of my businesses is Envy Media Advertising Agency. And so I worked in radio for 7 years. And before that, I worked for a jewelry manufacturer in the marketing department. I've always been in sales and marketing, but working in radio really opened my eyes to how an agency would work. And so I started doing social media marketing during MySpace days.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I started my first business in 2005 called Your Wish, which is a jewelry line, which if you go online, you can still find it. It's urwish.com. And so at first it started off as a jewelry line / belly dancing accessories. Yes. I belly danced and I taught belly dancing, and I'm Middle Eastern. So of course that's like something I grew up with. And so I was using MySpace to advertise it. And then I went to go work in radio. I worked at 99.1 KGGI. That was my first radio job. I worked there for 3 years. Then I moved up to Cola and KCAL. And so Cola 99.9, KCAL 96.7. Yeah, well, they're still around. The thing is, and you know what? I was trying to get a radio station manager to come on the show because I think it'd be really cool to talk about, radio and where it's headed. What's going to happen with that when you got Spotify's and the Pandoras and the YouTubes and all that stuff. But so I'm working at the radio station, and a couple of my clients saw my social media, my personal pages, and they were like, "Oh, can you do that for me?" And so my aunt and uncle bought Duke's Bar and Grill. One of my clients, Pepito's Mexican restaurant, was like, do it for.
So
Eduardo.
No, so you're cousins with Daniel.
Daniel's son, yes, that's
Daniel,
my cousin.
That's my boy for years and
Shut
years
up!
And years. We party,
oh my god! We probably met before. You used to go. Did you used to go
to Dukes all the time? Like his mom and aunts, they know me. Yeah,
that's all my family.
That's crazy.
How funny!
That's crazy.
Small world, huh? And we've probably hung out. Who knows? If you've hung out with Daniel's son, then for sure.
Old apartment in Riverside back in the day, like oh my god.
That's funny. So so I just started doing their social media marketing. I started getting paid for it. And, sometimes I believe in life, you get comfortable and you don't want to move on. And so I'm working at the radio station. I'm making 6 figures. I'm making more than my managers are. They're trying to figure out how much I'm making so they can go and tell their boss. So that way they can get legit, this is crazy, guys. Okay. You guys
listen to this shit. Because put these motherfuckers on blast right now.
Yeah, we can put them on blast.
Put them on blast.
I have my own business now. I don't care. I actually still bring them business, which they're very fortunate that I do because they still have their team is so shady. Yeah. They steal clients and they do stuff like that, and they it's just it is what it is.
Shady motherfuckers.
But they even had me fill out. They made everybody at the radio station fill out paperwork to explain what we do on a daily basis and all this information. And then one of the questions was, "How much did you make last year?" And I went up to my
telling all your coworkers.
It was like a little pamphlet or like a little what do you call it? Like a questionnaire that they had us fill out.
Shady motherfuckers.
So when that question came up, I went to my boss and I said, "Hey, why are you asking how much I'm making? I don't feel comfortable telling you how much I make." Mm-hmm. By the way, I was making over $200,000 a year annually, and they were
991.
This, that, colon, K-Cal. Okay. So I was freaking killing it. I was top salesperson every month. I just I'm a hard worker. Yeah. My work ethic is like no other. And why? Because I came through struggles. I struggled. Yeah. I've been on my own since I was 17. Yeah. I didn't have anybody there to support me. I mean, at one point, I was sleeping on a couch for a month because I had nowhere to go and I didn't know what to do. I was 19 years old. Mm-hmm. So when people, sometimes don't judge a book by their cover, because a lot of times people meet me and they think oh, I'm just a prissy rich girl and this and that. Everything I have is because I worked hard for it. It's earned. Yeah. Absolutely.
Talk your shit.
So
this is the podcast talk. Your shit.
She about to stand up.
And we love to put people on blast in this motherfucker.
Some people need to be put on blast, and I'm not afraid to put them on blast.
And at the end of the day,
and they can't do shit anyways because we'll beat their ass. I'd have fun doing it.
I got asthma. I'm not trying to. But no, at the end of the day, it's not talking shit. It's facts. That's the difference. People get mad because you're talking facts, not talking shit.
Yeah.
That's why they get mad.
We do both facts and shit over here.
And we can back it up.
Facts and shit.
Yeah. So basically I was in that comfort zone at the radio station. They knew how much I was making and all this. And so I closed a deal. I was so excited. I had it on my client list for 2 years. Finally closed it. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to close a dealership, right? When you're working in radio. Finally got this account, came to the station. I was all excited, told my boss. That's one of my favorite things is when you close a deal. It's just, it feels good, right? So go up to him, tell him, yay, great job. And then I get a call after I leave. Oh, this client is on this guy's list. By the way, this guy is... he was from Canada, and they brought him in. They called him the GM's son, and so he got babied. He got everything he wanted, and basically they were going to take the account that I'd been working on for 2 years and give it to him. And I'm just not the person that's going to take any BS or let anybody walk all over me.
You're asking questions and everything.
Oh, yeah, no. So I immediately told him, I said, that I have been working on this. It's on my account list for 2 years. You can't tell me now that I closed it that you're going to take it from me. Yeah. And so they, they were going to take it from me. So what did I do? I know my worth. I know what they needed me. The owner of the radio station came up to me and said, "You are my hero." And everything, all this stuff just came together. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to be my own hero. Mm-hmm. And it is time. I've always been an entrepreneur. I have all my other little businesses that I've started. It's time for me to really start a real strong solid business that's going to make me lots of money. And I have made multi-millions with my advertising agency. So I came in, nobody was doing social media marketing. I was scared, but that's when that's when shit's going to change,
Right, yeah.
And so they pushed me, but I think it's God, he was like, he put it all together. He's like, all right, it's time.
See, that pissed me off because I remember working on an account for 3 years for Fix It Diesel. I was working on this account for 3 years. I had other salespeople calling that worked for me. 3 years. If somebody would have took that from me, I would have been pissed. 3 years of this. Yeah. So I get it. Like 2 years and someone just tries to take it from under you, man, I'd be pissed. Yeah. And they're messing with your money too. On top of that,
yeah, don't mess with the money. Especially you work hard, And
you want to shut out the name of the people that stole it from you?
Oh shoot, these guys. But the thing is, you have to understand something. No, there's 2 guys. They still work there, and it just goes to show they can't even leave. Okay, this is how complacent these men are. They're twice my age. Well, not maybe 20 years older than me. And, this is, 10 years ago when I worked there, and they would go through my desk, go through my stuff. They would talk crap about me, make up lies, and spread, rumors about me that weren't true. Yeah. How pathetic are you? So, Rod and Tony.
Rod and Tony.
Hey, Rod and Tony.
You little bitch ass motherfuckers right there. Rod and Tony, you got anything to say? Come say it to me. Because we lay the fuck out, Rod and Tony.
Now.
Yeah,
we love to play
if you ever
over
do
here.
any business with Cole and KKL, just know
we could bring you guys on the we could bring you on the podcast too. You guys can talk and we can see what's up. You know what I mean?
Talk this out.
We can even put some boxing gloves on in here and see what happens.
I was at the radio station the other day for St. Patrick's Day promotion. So like I said, I still bring the radio station money. Yeah. Like I'm their client now. And I saw Rod in the hallway.
Did they say hi? They looked the other way, huh?
They freak out, but he was like, hi, it was that same thing when I saw the mayor.
Yeah.
Hi, they look down. Because when people know that they did you wrong, they
can't
look you in the eyes.
Are they like a little bitch in real life? You know what I mean? That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Like it's like a little dog cowering out. You know what I'm saying?
People stop being friends with you or stop calling you out of nowhere. That means they did something. That means they did something wrong.
Yeah, because they know they
did something wrong. Yeah, when you stop talking to me, we all be talking all the time. We're friends, and next thing you know, damn, why they haven't called me? They're talking about you. That's why. That's you know what I mean.
That's just some bitch ass shit. Like you gotta. I love calling people out. You know how I am, man. I mean, low key, I was about to beat the shit out of some people that I'm renting space to at my place. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
The last one.
You've seen a couple of times some shit go down too.
The money. He was like, I'll send you some of the money. He was like, no, I need the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, you can't pay people's money.
Don't
people gotta eat out here.
People's money.
You know what I mean? It's just serious. Like, you know what I mean? Who wants to? You know what I mean? Not be able to eat or not be able to afford something just because of you. I can see if it was my fault. I can't afford some shit, but don't take my money away from me. You don't know who I gotta feed.
Exactly.
So I don't know why people do that shit.
Yeah. But let's talk about your business because you just brought it up a little bit. So
right, how did that?
So what you got going on,
Mr. Diesel?
So I got a business called Fix It Diesel. It's a diesel repair facility and mobile service. So it's all commercial vehicles, all big rigs and fire trucks and machines and equipment and pretty much anything that's a commercial vehicle we work on. And I've had it we're almost going on 10 years now. And it seems like a long time, but we are the youngest in the game of like the whole industry. Everybody's been around for 20 to 30 to 40 years. So we're coming up on 10. So yeah, I mean,
that's still amazing.
It's been an adventure. That's for sure. It's been hardest times of my life, but it's been the biggest times of growth and understanding and learning business. And I thought I knew business before I had this business from doing other things. I didn't know shit. When you get in deep and it's a whole nother ball game. Like you don't know business, and I'm still learning every single day. Like you're never going to stop learning. It's a small business. I can imagine when we hit a certain number. I mean, it's going to get crazier and crazier. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, just so people understand, people think $1 million is a lot of money. Our first year in business, we did 1.1 million in sales. That ain't shit. Like, you don't take that shit home. You know what I mean? So it seems like it's a lot of money. It's not. So you got like you want to make that in your pocket. That's my goal, is to start hitting those numbers in my own pocket. So we got to hit a whole different kind of numbers. Like my goal is to get my business, my shop facility alone to hit like anywhere from like 4 to 8 million. That depends on like obviously like how many shifts we have and things like that. Mm-hmm. We can do the same thing with the mobile side. So, I mean, I have goals. Everybody should have goals in their business of where they want to hit and what they want to do. And we just hired NV Media to do our to basically handle all our advertisement for the company that I've never done for Fix It Diesel. So this is the first time we're actually doing this.
Built a website, got the SEO going, search engine optimization, SEM, search engine marketing, which is like Google Ads.
How important is for business owners to have websites, or do you think Instagram is enough?
Well, tell them after having your website for what? Not even a week. What happened?
So we have never had a website. My business has been like in the past
by name and word of mouth.
So it's I'm saying like it's so back in time the way my businesses are ran, like all these diesel repair shops, the way they are ran. It's not like they're ran like a lot of normal businesses. We were known as like the redheaded stepchild of the industry. They only care about the drivers and the trucks. They never put any emphasis on the technicians, and they're the ones that keep the trucks running on the road. They treat them like they're nothing. But now, ever since COVID happened, and employees are really hard to get, they understand the technicians, and the technicians are getting paid like $30 an hour and up. They get paid a lot of money now. You can't get a technician for less than that now. It's crazy. So this industry has changed. So I've always just gone out there and just got all my customers. So I went and sold my business to
door knocking. Yeah,
business, going to customers, calling them, everything. I was doing all the sales. So I mean, when we talk about $1 million closers, like we had with Mike Barron on the show and stuff. I mean, I'm a $1 million closer. I make that shit happen. I'm the one that went out and did that shit. And it's not easy. Like it was everyday hustle. There was a lot of fucking fear and all that shit going in. But when you walk into that customer, you got to walk in straight out with just
confidence,
all the way going in. Like, this is what we do. We were in a little ass service truck, and I walked in like I owned a fucking huge corporation, and that's how you got to do things. But now with the new thing that we're doing with NV Media, it's something I've never done before. So now it's going to show. So when we built the website, I didn't think, well, it doesn't really matter if you have a website, right? Mm-hmm. But now I see what she brings to the table is different, because it's not just about the website. It's about the traffic that goes to the website and goes to all our stuff, from Instagram to Facebook to everything, to bring us the calls to call our business to make that money. So we were missing on a whole nother set of money that we could have been getting in. Mm-hmm. Now that she's involved, we've been getting calls, and I haven't even started the ads or anything for it yet, and we're already getting calls that we weren't getting before, and they're all saying they're calling from Google. Mm-hmm. So they are a different kind of breed of customers that we have to redevelop the way we're going to deal with them, because it's not accounts. Accounts is different. They're mostly all owner operators, and it is a different way of doing things. So I can see right off the bat that I have to reanalyze how we're going to deal with this situation. But we were missing on a whole another set of customers. Our industry doesn't really do this, the advertisement side of things. So bringing her in is bringing a whole nother side to the business. Mm. So you guys need, I mean, the thing is I'm going to tell you guys this too. I hired another company called Hibu, and they tried to screw me over. They didn't do anything right. And I'm fighting. Yes,
the emails all fucked up.
But I hired them for Howls over Baaz.
Yeah.
I fired them, and now I'm going to be going to court with them because they're still trying to charge me. But they broke the contract. So don't go to Hibu. I don't remember the girl's last name, but her name's Sarah. She tried to screw me over, and then she deleted me. And
Sarah?
I ended up blocking her from social media. But yeah, they tried to come in and basically screw me over. If I would have met her like 2 weeks before, I would have been set up with her.
Yeah, but it's good that you got to go through that sometimes.
Everything happens for a reason. It's God plan, not yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I see the difference too, because they were kind of showing me something different than what she's showing me. So they wanted to charge me a lot more for what she's doing. but they're saying, "Oh, this is all that we can charge you for."
They sold you a dream. And
yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean? And you're, I mean, because you believe in this shit so much. You know what I mean? You're not gullible, but you just want the shit to work so bad.
Well, this is a different.
You know what I mean?
Well,
so
it's a different
happens.
industry too.
It's a different
if
industry.
you don't know, they
It's
can
all
tell you
whole-
anything. And
yeah.
a lot of these people, they're trained to just use a bunch of big words that make no sense to you.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
like,
think they
oh,
sound so
shit.
smart,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh wow, okay, here, just take my wallet, my money, and
Yeah.
make it happen. But that type of company, they're so large that they don't care. They're going to get your money, and they're going to.
Just one of the few.
Yeah.
Probably,
yeah, I'm sure it
shit, how many
happens
people-
all the time. So I've heard, other horror stories as well from other clients that tried to work with them and they didn't get any results. They spent a lot of money. And that's the thing is like, if you're going to work with an advertising agency, the goal is to see an increase in
back,
something,
yeah.
whatever it is your goal is. Like one of the things I always ask my clients is, what's your goal? What's your, what are you trying to get out of this? And obviously I know what your goal is. You want to get more calls and your dad wants to get more calls. And so
more
we're going
help.
to, yeah. And we're going to make sure that you get that. And, it was really cool because we built the website and, the website now has all these keywords. So when people go online and they go search, because that's what people do now. They go on Google or whatever search engine they use and they start searching what they need. Because that's what that's where they want to
And you
find.
can like pay for it to get your shit come up first type thing, isn't that how?
We haven't even started that yet. That's gonna start. That's actually my digital specialist called me right before the show started to get his credit card information so he could set up the budget and get that going.
Yeah.
But this is all right now SEO, search engine optimization, organically done. Organically meaning I just posted up his website and I taught his dad like how to, well, not necessarily taught him, but showed him and explained to him why it's so important to go on Google and Yelp and respond to your reviews. So those reviews are customer, experiences, right? And sometimes customer experiences are real and sometimes they're not. And so if you have a bunch of reviews and you're not responding to them, it makes other people see that and think
This is
they're
fake
probably-
or it's not. You're not good.
or they're they're going to think negative. So whether it's negative or not, the review, it's good to respond so people can see that you care.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference. And sometimes those people will remove the review. People have a bad day, they might.
No, my bad. You can't say I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, I can.
He still will.
If you weren't, if
my
you
industry is so cutthroat though, man. Like it's brutal. Like I'm telling you, I'm not afraid of any industry because of my industry. My industry has made me so thick-skinned, dude.
What's the next step for Fix It Diesel? Like, or what's the next new thing that you want to try to implement in it, or make better?
I want my whole thing is I want a second shift. So I want to have
Like nighttime
the
workers.
second shift. Yeah, so I want to have it so busy that when I'm not there, I want trucks to be getting in and out, no matter what time it is. And because I used to work second shift, so I would get off like at 11:30, 3:30 to 11:30, and that's common for my industry. You'd have guys in the morning, the guys at second shift would take over, and keep coming. But that means money's constantly flowing through that shop, no matter what. And like a third shift, that's kind of optional. But like you can have a couple people on that shift, but plain and simple, I want it to just money just keep flowing in there, and I don't want it to stop. And then my next thing is I want a certain amount of people on the road at all times. So I already know how to run that too,
Like mobile.
Mobile. So I want my goal is to get up to like 28 to 30 trucks on the road for and first they're going to go everywhere from LA to Vegas to everywhere, but after a while, I want it to be a local area, and then I want to franchise the business past this like 605 area, and I want another shop and do the same thing, and they cover that facility.
Yeah.
Because what's great about my business is, say I have Coca-Cola, right? Let's say that Coca-Cola they have trucks everywhere. They have different locations everywhere because they got to be able to park the units. Swift, Coca-Cola, I mean any of these big companies, right? So I'm already a vendor for them. Anywhere I go in the United States, they're all over the United States, we are a vendor for them. So we can fix trucks for them anywhere. And it's not easy to be a vendor for these companies. It's very hard to get in the doors to be a vendor. We already are. That means we're set up to get paid and everything already. So if I open up a franchise and another guy buys into that franchise, they're already a vendor for all these businesses that I'm a vendor for. All of them, dude. There's like up to 500 companies that I'm a vendor for. And so if we were to send a salesperson out to that way and get the work from them, those people already have that work. Mm-hmm. It's like they don't even have to go after it. Plus, doing the same thing we do with her, all of a sudden now we get all the owner operators in that area. So whoever's passing through, because this kind of work that she's doing is going to bring in, because a lot of our owner ops that we get, they're traveling. So when their trucks breaking down, they can be from Texas, Wyoming, all over the place, man. We get those guys, right? They're Googling a shop they need to go to, and that's what they're doing. They're Googling us, and they say, "Can I come in?" Boom, so they come in the shop. Mm-hmm. We work on their stuff. That's why I named it Fix It Diesel, because a lot of these companies name their companies like after their name or something. Mm-hmm. But when I was going in to do sales, I was very like strategic on how I went in, because I want the first thing for them to know when I say, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Jacob with Fix It Diesel." I want them to know what I do immediately. Right. So that's why I named it that. Because my industry, I wanted so many different names, but I had to be, with that industry, it's almost like everything's different with that industry. I've had so many people come in and be like, "Oh man, I can handle this, I can do this." And I brought them in to like because they were friends and they had other businesses and they wanted to kind of see what I do. They were like, "Dude, this is wild, man. I don't know how you can do it in this industry." Like I go, "Dude, and I would go into theirs and I would just kill it." Mm-hmm. Like I would get their businesses to come in and do work with them like it was nothing, because it was so easy for me, because this industry is so hard. So when it comes to sales and going to deal with the customers, I don't do sales because my industry doesn't like sales. So what I do is I go out and I educate the business about my services. Mm-hmm. I don't sit there and sell them like if I'm a sales guy. They hate that shit. They'll treat you bad too if you come in like that. They'll just treat you bad. I've seen so many salespeople go in and they would degrade them, like literally call them names. Like my industry's tough too. They'll be like, they'll call them little bitch, and this is my bitch right here.
Truck drivers and shit.
To a whole. These are mechanics, dude. I mean, to a whole grown men, calling them little bitches to their face, and they would still say, "Oh yeah, man, I'm his bitch. I'm his bitch." I couldn't even believe it. They didn't even try to do that with me, because the way I walked in, I already walked in with the presence like, you better respect me because this shit ain't gonna happen. So I never really had to deal with anything like that. But when I went in, I make sure that they understand that I'm there to educate them about the business and what we do. Yeah. So I'm not gonna sell them. So I'm telling them, this is what I do, this is what we do, and then if they like it, then I already know what's gonna catch their ear, because there's only a certain amount of things to kind of go over would catch their ear, and then I would we can do that for you. So that's how I would do it. But this whole thing we're doing with NV Media now is gonna be a whole different side that we can conquer now. So that's my next thing. Yeah.
And if you're watching and you need help with your advertising, we actually have clients as far as China. So we are an international marketing agency if you need assistance.
So there you go. The next one needs to be What's Up World. What's up Inland Empire? What's up world? So what we'll go back to you real quick too. So what's next? Where do you want to see NV Media go?
Where do I want to see NV Media go? Well, probably getting bigger contracts, so like bigger brands. I've always focused on local small businesses because I just love helping people, but I want to also take my business to the next level and potentially get accounts like McDonald's. Imagine McDonald's is probably spending about.
They just went up for their for the employees, $20 an hour starting Monday.
Oh yeah,
Monday went up.
It just started this Monday.
Monday,
yeah. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so $20 an hour for.
You're like, I'm going to
businesses. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
but
they're spending crazy money.
But I heard the prices, but their menu prices are going to go up though. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they have to in order to.
But what's crazy though is I almost think that's strategically. Like I think they're doing that strategically, because what's going to happen? All these smaller businesses that are not paying their employees $20 an hour, these people are going to leave.
Well, you have to have so many workers in order.
But it doesn't matter. I know, but think of it like this: all those people that don't have those manual workers, why are those other people going to stay there? They're like, I'll go work for a McDonald's then if you're going to pay me $20 an hour. True. We already had a guest on here that remember it was your friend actually. He said that they already told him, if you don't pay me $20 an hour, I'm going to go somewhere else.
For shoots.
Yeah, shoots.
Oh yeah.
So Harold? He's like, well, we'll see what happens when time comes,
Yeah.
So I really think a lot of the times, and I've been hearing this for years, is they're all big corporations are trying to like completely wipe out
the small
businesses. And I don't want to get into politics or whatever, but because I'm not that's not my thing, but like the whole thing with Trump and trying to save small businesses, that's what everybody's trying to take over small businesses. You can't count yourself out though. That's how I look at it. I'm not going to count myself out. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to have to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
So we can't sit here and complain. All we can do is figure out ways around things, because there still is a lot of small businesses. When you get deep into stuff, you can figure ways around things to keep your business going right.
Yeah, for sure. It's always the way.
So I mean, we can't sit around and complain. We can kind of talk about what's going on and show at least, hey, this is what you guys are doing. We know what you guys are doing. You guys are trying to push out small businesses.
Yeah, I would say they're trying to get rid of the middle class.
They are. They're making like the middle class pay for everything. The poor gets paid. The rich get richer, and the middle class
is the one paying
they're the ones paying for both.
No, literally.
And I think that's really that's fucked up, dude.
It is.
So the middle class is basically paying for the world.
Yeah.
And they just stay where they're at, and I think that's really fucked up, dude.
Yeah. What's going on in the world right now is not cool.
That's why when the what's it called 19 should happen, all that should happen. It put a lot of people in perspective. Like, you can be at a job for 20-some years, and you know what I mean. It doesn't mean shit. And that's when a lot of the small businesses start popping up, and then they start thriving. And I don't think they like that at all.
No, they want to get rid of it.
Well, they were hoping that it would, affect it. Like the pandemic, for example.
Realize some shit.
Okay, let's look at the pandemic. People were getting paid to stay home. They were getting paid more than they were
and
getting
if you go
paid.
in, you get paid more.
Yeah.
My nephew was working for Amazon. They were starting them off at $23 an hour just for doing the basic shit, because it was, what was it called? Like something workers.
Entry level? Or
essential, because you're
essential worker.
Essential worker.
Because there's a possibility that you could get sick, but you still coming in. So if you come in, they're starting off at 20.
But Amazon is a huge corporation, right?
That
guy became a trillionaire. Was it trillionaire?
I believe it. Yeah,
I think he became a trillionaire during the pandemic. So he was able to pay that. And he is one of those people that are probably, up there controlling some of us.
Yeah.
And, but when that happened they started paying these people $600 extra. What is it, a week? I think it was a week or something, $600 extra, $300.
Yeah, just to stay home.
I think it was a certain check. After so many months, you get another one.
Yeah.
But I remember at first, Trump was giving, I think the check was... The stimulus check was
$1,200
or $1,500.
And
then it was $600 after that. Yeah.
So what they were doing is they're trying to get people to be lazy, because now you don't have to do anything, and it's very hard to get out of a lazy mindset, right? Like, think about it. You sit there for 2 years and you're getting paid, and you don't got shit to do. No, you come back and you're like, well, now I just want to make a lot of money without doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get on OnlyFans. Oh, there you go. No wonder OnlyFans is doing so well, because you just open your legs and you can make some money.
Yeah.
Which is very sad for our youth, for the people of the world, that that this is what we've come to, that we think it's okay to do things like that. It's not okay, guys. Whoever tells you it is, it's not. Respect yourself. Have respect and dignity for the things that you do and how you represent yourself, your family. And and if you have a higher belief, in God,
because the internet shit, you can't take it back.
No,
so
not anymore.
Once you're on the internet, you can't take it back at all.
And at the end of the day, nobody wants that shit. Like, you're gonna be alone at the end of the day at some point. You know what I mean? They'll have fun with you for now.
Yeah.
But you're gonna age sooner or later.
Yeah.
You'll make that money, and then it's gonna be gone before you know it.
Yeah, we would see that at the bar. You know what I mean? Like, all these older ladies that you could tell used to be pretty, and now they're just alone and old because they made bad decisions. You know what I mean?
The whole 20s is just like, you know what I mean?
Ratchet.
Certain way, and then you were expecting, like, damn, I want somebody like this. I want somebody like this. Like, but would you want somebody like you?
Like you, yeah.
Like,
you got to take into consideration what are you bringing to the table?
Simple? Yeah, and it's different. And they were like, well, guys do it, but it's different though, because you know what I mean. We're the ones that's seeking. You don't have to seek. All you have to do is just sit there, have have a certain mindset. You know what I mean. Do certain things, and it's that simple. Now, when we see those certain mindsets that you have, and it's like all fucked up, it's like, why are you wondering why you by yourself? And you're acting like one of us. You're doing what we're doing. You know what I mean. You're at the bar, standing on tables and shit, like. I'm not bringing you home to, you know what I
To
mean?
me, my mom.
Right. Older people got social media now too, so they might see you on the fucking market. You know what I mean? Like, swiping through Instagram. Isn't this your girlfriend?
Is that your girl? No.
Right.
No.
They're gonna see a lot of grandmas on the bar because
Right.
all these girls in their 20s like, grandma, that was you. They're gonna see all that shit.
And it's a lot of older ones now, but and the older ones are starting to look younger because all the surgeries and shit now. So you don't even know.
You
Like,
never know what's going on.
bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dang, man.
Crazy times.
So what's the next step for you, Rico? Where are you trying? Where are you trying to be? What you trying to go?
I'm just trying to be successful and just be able to help my family. I'm gonna be at the point where I can help others, and it doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? Because I'm at the point like where now I go broke. Just, you know what I mean? I'm not rich now, and I think you probably seen my post before. I'm giving people money that's, you know what I mean, in the streets, like, because I've been there before, not in the streets, but like I've been without type shit. So me giving back, I kind of do it too much to a point where it's like, damn, I look at my phone like, do I keep this
You make
tearing?
yourself struggle.
Right, not a lot, not like that though, but like, you know what I mean. I will though, just to help somebody out. If I see somebody, you know what I mean, I give them my last $20.
Have you ever heard there's a saying? It says you have to make sure that your cup is full and overflowing so you can help others. Yeah. So it's really important to make sure you're full, you know, whether it's from money to your mental health as well. You know, you have to be full so you can give to others, you know, so it's...
Yeah, you know, I that makes a lot of sense, too, because you see a lot of these coaches, these so-called coaches, that they are not good to be coaching.
Life coaches?
Life coaches.
Yeah, they're doing it for the money. Seminars.
No, but I mean, their mental health is bad still. They got screwed over. That's why they are coaches. But their mental health is still screwed over, and they're trying to help other people. And that's weird to me. So, like when you said your cup is overflowing, like they're not. Their cup is empty, and they're still trying to teach people mental health, stability when they need it probably more than they do. That's wild to me.
Than their clients.
Yeah, that's wild.
People don't realize it. You don't realize it when you most times when you're going through something, you don't realize you're going through it until either somebody tells you or something drastic happens. So that's probably why.
Well, you know what I realized? I realized that you don't really know a lot when you're partying. Like when you stop partying and the smoke clears,
Your
mindset changes on everything.
Yeah.
Mine changes on all of that shit. Like it's like I had a whole other set of eyelids open up.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
I feel you.
I got a lot of work.
So I
to
stopped
do.
drinking a little over a year ago.
Okay.
So yeah, working radio, it's always like drinking, parties, concerts. You know, clients want to be.
Why are you getting happy? Look at, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, but no, literally, like, you know, after, you know, being without drinking like over a year, it changes you. And you do start seeing things differently, and it allows you to just
make better decisions.
Make way better decisions, and decisions that actually help you in the long run. You know, not just because a lot of times when you're drinking, you know, it's fun. It's instant gratification. That's why you drink too. It's something that's going to make you feel good. If you're suffering, you're going through something painful, you have a drink and you feel good, right? Yeah. And if you keep drinking, you just keep feeling good.
It's a Band-Aid. It's basically a Band-Aid that's trying to cover a gunshot wound.
And then usually it causes more pain and more gunshot wounds.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now, basically, what do you guys want to see, like, for this podcast do? What do you want to see this grow to? Like, so we'll start with you.
Obviously, help more people than we already helping on a different level. You know what I mean? And just for us, just like I said, like help us take care of what we need to take care of, like your business, help your business, help whatever you're doing, whatever in the media. And all of us just are happy, you know what I mean, and just keep growing, up and up and up and up and up.
What about you?
Well, first I want to say thank you for bringing me on and allowing me the opportunity to be a part of the show. And
you're welcome.
Thank you, Rico. And I see so much potential. You guys have already done a lot. But I mean, like, this could really, like, go worldwide and inspire people and really make a difference in the world. And that's what I'm hoping that we can bring to the table, is that the inspiration that people need to live better lives and to bring joy into their lives as well.
what I kind of think I want to do with this is I don't feel like I'm an influencer. I don't even want to go with that whole thing. I feel like it's corny to me.
That's something that you can't control. Whether you know it like it or not. Savannah, you
know how I want to take this in my mind though. I want to take this like how I go out. And I'm not considered like a salesperson.
Yeah.
Even I feel like I'm just educating them about specific
topics.
Mentor.
Mm-hmm. Like a mentor.
Like educating them about specific topics that I know about. Because you see all these influencers, they're talking out their ass a lot of the times. They're just talking bullshit. They're trying to sell all this shit, you know. And to me, it's corny. Like I feel like I would feel corny doing that shit. Me, I want to educate them about things that I've learned that I know. And the people, I mean, this is kind of like, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But when we bring people in and we interview them, I'm taking, this is how I am. I take a lot out of those people and I apply it. Now, a lot of people don't do that, but I apply a lot of what people say on the podcast to my businesses.
Right.
So that's a thing that a lot of people don't do. They say they want to do it or they're going to do it, but they actually don't. Mm-hmm. I've always been that way. That's the only reason my business has been built off of other people's ideas and thoughts and different things. Because even a bad thought, like if this guy is like would give me a whole spill of stuff that he did, I'm like, this guy's a complete moron. I would never listen to anything he said, but he had points. Because I've had this happen.
You'll find something out of
I'm like, damn, I would really not ever want to do what he just said, and I got to make sure I don't.
Yeah.
But it was something specific.
But you found out of it.
And I was like, man, so I always take things from people, and I think a lot of people just don't do that because they think they know better. Like I have friends and even family that have businesses that don't want to listen to nobody. Everybody's wrong. They know better and all this stuff. They always end up learning the hard way. And a lot of them has lost their businesses and everything. I learned from other people's mistakes, and a lot of people don't want to do that. So that's the only reason I really believe that's the reason my business still exists, because I learned from other people's mistakes.
Only a fool despises wisdom.
And I had a friend that was making his second year in business. He did $2 million already his second year. He was one of the fastest growing plumbing companies there was in all the Inland Empire, and he lost his whole business because he didn't want to listen. He was doing stupid things. And I'm sure he's watching because I hear he's always seeing our shit. You know, it is what it is, man. You're an idiot. But you know, so that's kind of what I'm saying. I want to see my businesses grow. I want my vision for Howls over Baaz. I feel like I want to keep bringing people in that know more than me. I want to keep learning from them, and I want to build and build. I feel like there's no end to what Howls over Baaz can be. I feel like we can just build and build like all these different areas,
up,
like so many different things that I can't even comprehend. I already see that. Sure. So that's like my vision for Howls over Baaz, you know. Yeah. But we're about to close out.
Yeah.
So we thank everybody for watching. People just keep tuning in because we got a lot more guests coming on that are going to bring a lot to the table. They have different businesses, and Jessica's been bringing even people on. She's been actually bringing a lot of people on. Rico's been helping bringing some people on, and you're going to see a lot of cool things coming up. So,
and then by the way,
Electrofest.
Saturday we have Electrofest. The 30th is from 2 to 10. We'll make a post today for the tickets.
Giveaway.
Giveaway. So basically, you're gonna have to follow the Howls Over Baaz page on Instagram. Tag 3 people in the comments, and
DM us
and DM us, and then we'll choose a winner by probably Friday, the day before.
4 tickets though, right? Isn't it 4 still?
That was 2.
Oh,
2 or 4?
No, it's 4 total.
It's 4 total.
Yeah, it's 4 total.
So we'll probably give say the night before.
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. We'll say the night before.
Yeah.
Friday night.
So let's do that. And then so Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Jessica.
Shed the sheep, everybody.
Oh.
And we are out.